Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Lopez here, and today I will be doing a story time. I think this might have been my first story time on my channel. And as usual, my rabbits are making noise. Shush, please. I am filming. Not right now. It's not that time. And then you might hear them. Then you might hear my sister and someone else talking. My sister and her friend. Anyways, let's go on with the video. So, I'm gonna be my story time is gonna be about one. So basically, my story time is I went to the emergency room once, and this is the story about it. So me and my older sister were just playing. We were playing this game where we hold each other's feet and we try to escape. Obviously, in the LPS video, I won't be able to really do that, so I'm just gonna try to do this. So we were playing that, and it was my turn. And I never got out. She always won that game, by the way. I hated that game so much. And then when it was my turn, it was the first time I slipped out. And when I did, I banged my chin on the floor so hard, it kept bouncing up, and then it started bleeding. It was all my sister's fault, to be honest, because she pushed me at that point. She was 11. I was I don't know how old she was. I was 3. So my parents were rushing. Hold on, I'm just gonna grab some random LPS. So my parents were just rushing around. My mom was making a phone call to the hospital. My dad was getting some ice on my chin, while my sister was over here just trying to comfort me. Just comforting me. I know that was a pretty good sister, but she never even said sorry. She was and then she whispered in my ear. And when I did it, she laughed. And then whispered in my ear, "Are you okay?" And whispered in my ear, "Are you okay?" I was "No." And she laughed while she did it. So I knew she thought it was funny. So I went to the hospital. My parents took me. My sister went, but she had to stay in the waiting room with my dad. So my mom took me in there because I feel safer around her a little bit more. I'm not trying to throw shame at my dad, but I just feel more safer around her. So she took me in, and we saw the doctor. It was a nice lady, and she just made me, and she just put me on a little bed. I know I'm just adding stuff, and I'm very sorry. So she just put me in a little bed and made me lay down. You might be thinking this is a surgical procedure or something. It was a little bit of it, but not much. So I just laid there in my bed. She grabbed some medical glue. And she grabbed some medical glue. It was a big clump of it on her hand. So I pretty much knew that I had a lot on my chin that she needed to glue up. The blanket was white. The blanket was white, even though mine isn't. It was just white. And then the worst part of it, there's someone throwing up next to me. Practically dying. It was so disgusting. I wanted to get out of there so bad. Now, this was a true event. Obviously, most people think I was making it up. There's no way you can bust your chin. But if I could, I would show you a scar under my chin where I had it glued. I didn't stay there, but she talked to my parents about how long it would take me and that I would need a lot of bed rest. And that I would probably not need to go to, and it would probably be bad for me to go to school. Just to, infections and stuff, and due to bullying, that's something she didn't want me to go through. So she just suggested I wouldn't go to school, and my mom just agreed. And said that I think that was it. And she said that she thought that was a good idea, and that she didn't want me to be in too much stress. So she picked me up after the glue dried, and you could barely see it after that, but you could still see a lot of blood under it, and it took a long while before I was able to get my my skin back. And up to today, when I'm like almost as old as my sister was at that time, I have never been to the emergency room before, and I was just scared. Like, I thought it was gonna. At that age, you'd think nothing about it, and you'd be like terrified. At that time wasn't that terrified. I was just a little bit scared, but I was not as terrified as a lot of people think a lot of kids would be. I was calm, and usually and they gave me a little shot, pain shot, and I didn't, like, most people would be like crying and stuff. I'll just have to say, not everyone does that. And if you do, don't think like you're screaming. You're not screaming because it hurts. You think it's gonna hurt, and then you scream, and then it actually hurts. If you don't scream and think about like something else, then it's not gonna hurt at all, and you can't even feel it. That's just my method. I've always done that. Even though at that time I didn't know that method, it still didn't hurt. So it doesn't hurt that bad, really. It's just a little bit of a needle. Anyways, thank you. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see y'all. I'll see y'all next time. Bye. Bye. That's me and my 3-year-old self. Shut up. Now, and I'm yourself anyway, so you're hurting yourself. Bye.